Thanks for coming back. The case continues. Okay, who should we talk to next? All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there.
It appears that your intentions have gone awry once more, as the interloper Lucinda Lavish stands there instead, striking a pose.
It's me. I said I would return, and now I'm going to give you a choice. Thank goodness. Tell me, lover, how would you like to know me? I sure am. The very best character in the game. I'm Lucinda Leading Lady. Prove it? I'm proving it right now with my exceptional voice, body, and other things. But okay, I'll show you anyway, since I've got nothing better to do. I've got the most range, the most interesting stories, the most everything. Everything. Check out my range. Glass, my dear Serpentine. There won't be any more glass for the winter.
Hey, Shunky! What's going on today? Me and Bellywinks are gonna go to the Boom Boom Zoom Room!
Side effects may include drowsiness, hypothermia, stomach upset, and turning into a ghost. And each of those lines was recorded in only one take. I'm basically the best actress! In fact, I'll give myself that award right now. Best Actress, Lucinda Leading Lady. Oh! What do you think? Ooh. Well, you just wait, spoiled sport. I'll come by again, and I'll prove it to you.
Hey, I feel a little ambushed here.
Sorry to bother you, Henry, but we're looking for any information on a counterfeit item in the house. Have you found anything? Perhaps at one of our crime scenes?
Well, yeah. When I was upstairs cleaning under the trophy shelf, I heard Stepford saying some nasty stuff. You should go check with him. You down for a drink later? Sweet. See you around.
Thanks for coming back. The case continues. Okay, who should we talk to next? All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there.
You find Lux fiddling with a tripod, but they're quick to straighten up and look entirely unbothered when they see you approaching. You can feel them turn on, a tangible shift in their energy.
What's up, bitches and bros? Oh my god, seriously? I love that you're even asking me. I am so flattered. Let me just, like, hashtag gratitude that right now. OMG, like, just give me a second, all right? I am just trying to give you a shout out. What's your handle? You know what? Never mind. The Wi-Fi sucks right now anyway. You should fix that, BT dubs. Anyway, what is so important that I had to leave my latest activation? I never thought that you would even freaking ask me that. And I even have an answer. So, like, don't we love this for me? Let me just set up my camera so that we can film me answering it. Okay, so, like, I'm ready for my interview. Okay. No, oh, hang on. Let me just do my hair. It needs to look like I spent $500 on it, but also like I spent $8 on it and got it done by my sister.
Lux! What have you heard about a counterfeit item? And who have you heard it from? Answer me before I back my lens off, turn your light into a narrow beam, and singe you with it!
Oh?
Please, and thank you.
I heard that one of the dishes was a counterfeit. I heard it from Stepford.
Thank you. Lux, get out of here.
You leave Lux for now and continue the case at Maggie's usual meeting place. The beautiful flapper you see before you stands in stark contrast to the strange music that plays when you turn on your record player. Where she seems sweet with an old-world sort of beauty, the music she plays is all kinds of wrong. It skips and goes from too fast to too slow. She dances to it all the same, swinging her arms and legs in time to the herky-jerky rhythm of some ancient record.
Well, don't just stand there like a wet blanket. You get a wiggle on. Let's see you dance. And just dance already.
You give it your best shot, which seems to please her.
Now you're on the trolley. Exactly what I said. You're getting it.
Mercifully, she turns the music off.
Well, well, well. It's about time you came to see me. My name's Rainy. How you doing? I've been waiting for you to come over and see me sometime. You've been all over this house, but you never come my way. Of course, I still work. I might be an antique, but there's still plenty of life in this old record player. Well, anyway, it is so great to see a new face around here, even if your face ain't exactly new to me. Nobody ever seems to want to hang out anymore. I can't imagine why. I used to be the belle of the ball. Everyone was so happy to see me at a party. Now it's always just me and my records. The wrong speed? You spifflicated or something? It's just fine. Well, whatever. I'm gonna keep the party going here. Feel free to stick around, if you can keep up. Otherwise, you can beat it. This beat's for expert hoofers only.
Rainie's frenetic, high-pitched record is too much for most anyone to keep up with. You decide to check in with her another time. The first word that comes to mind when you see the large cowboy standing before you is solid. This guy is big, and he looks built to last. You might be intimidated were it not for the kind expression on his face and the sweet way he doffs his hat at you. No one's ever asked you this, but if you had been asked to imagine what your table might look like as a human, you think this would be pretty close.
We've known each other for a real long time now, but we ain't ever been properly introduced. So, first things first, name's Abel, and I'm your table. And second, that is one fantastic red shirt you got on. Howdy. Pleasure's all mine. You know, it's a table. It's my job to hold things up all over the house. And I take my job real serious. So, if you're here talking to me now, you must need something more than just my support. And if there's one thing Abel's gonna do, it's make sure everyone in this house has what they need. So, what can I do you for? There's gotta be something. Oh, yeah? Well, Skylar told me you was getting to know everybody real good. Maybe looking to getting back into dating and all that? Dating, huh? Ooh-wee. Dating ain't really my area of expertise, you know. Me, personally, I never was one for casual stuff. If you're looking for someone who knows people, though, you might want to talk to Kopi. You'll find her nearby. I guess you could say so. All that talking and whatnot. Trying to fit each other's history into bite-sized portions. Oh, it just ain't my speed. And you really gotta talk to somebody who knows what's what with dating these days. Kopi will get you on the right path. Winda, tell her I say hey when you see her. You take care now.
An 18th century dandy strikes a dramatic pose before you, turning this way and that as though modeling in his own imaginary spotlight. He seems quite impressed with himself.
Yes, it's me. It's me. The one, the only candelabra. I'm the one, the only. Do you see any other candelabra here? Ah, yes, keys. Sadly, she seems to be scandal-proof, that one. My little wicks would have made certain of it. My lovely lads, my flames, my sentinels. They travel around the homestead and find out all the lovely lies they all speak. Oh, no, it's merely a turn of phrase. I mostly just raise my voice. Any good scandals going on over there in the kitchen?
Stay up there, candle man.
They can be quite rude at times, but my persistent brightness can illuminate even the best-kept secrets. Some would call me quite the busybody, but I would then call myself a beacon of truth. How scandalous of you to inquire. Do you really want to know? Yeah, sure. What is this? The crawl space where fools linger to die? If you truly want gossip, then give me some languorous lingo. Well. Scandal time! This housedom, while it may appear peaceful from the outside, in fact harbors a hotbed of scandal from the inside. For example, did you know that the previously paired aerialists, Washford and Drysdale, are no longer speaking to each other? Next! Were you aware that known vagabond Bobby Pin is on the loose once more? Can you imagine the heist they are planning? Can you imagine the romantic dalliances as they make their way through the house? Scandals abound. They say there is a shadow that does not obey the laws of physics. A true scandal that undermines the physical realm. And yet, they say if you peer closely at a certain shadow in the floor, you can see the crooked stranger himself. But I am not finished with the daily scandals, no. One has heard of self-insert, yes? Could you imagine a video game in which all the creators inserted themselves at once at the same time? Such a thing is not imaginable. But in one that I've seen, they've hidden themselves within their very names. Oh, yes, indeed. Critics hate that sort of self-referential garbage. Very well. One last scandal. There's no possibility you've heard of it. Long ago, a relic was stolen from an island nation, brought to these shores, and hidden underneath this house in a box. Surely you haven't heard this yet. No matter. That is more scandal than your puny pate can handle. I will teach you the ways of the scandal monger soon enow.
Thanks for coming back. The case continues. Okay, who should we talk to next? All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there.
A distinguished beauty greets you with an elegant wave. You never really thought so many hard corners and angles could be soft and graceful, but she's really selling it somehow.
Oh, hello, dearie. Mind your step. I'm getting a bit creaky in my old age. I'm working on it, mind you. I'm Stella, your quickest way up and down between floor and ceiling. Airway calling. Well, aren't you a sweet summer thing? I appreciate the sentiment. Still, one step at a time, all right? Just in case. And step and step and step and step. At least, that's what they say. That's the way. Step on through.
She gives you a surprisingly cheeky little wink.
They call it branding, apparently. Still feels a bit creaky to me, too. Oh, no, we can't have that. Creaking is a sign of weakness. I wouldn't say I'm self-conscious, just conscious. First impressions and all that. You see? Well...
Stella looks everywhere but at you, trying and failing to find the words. Eventually she sighs, plucking up the courage from somewhere within her.
Truth be told, I'm starting a business.
She gives you a nervous but sweet smile.
Oh, thank you, dearie. It's all a bit exciting. I've never really had a thing like this before. A project, a goal. Never really thought I would, truth be told. You know, if you were interested, I could get you in on the ground level. I mean, I've heard about the pyramids. Beautiful things, always wanted to see them. Never had the time. Probably a little too late now, though, isn't it? Oh, no, I've gone off book. Oh, it all seems so much easier in the booklet. I thought I had it locked down, the script. They tell you what to say and how to say it. Problem is, I haven't the darndest charisma for it. Stella's Steps to Success. How to sell that sale and change your life, generate passive income and financial freedom, all from the comfort of your own home.
Stella pulls out a pamphlet from deep in her bag.
I memorized that part at least. Well, let's not get too dramatic. It's hard work, sure, but isn't anything? They even tell you that. Step 37. Not everyone will make it, but drive and passion are the fuel that fans the flame. Patience is a virtue, and success is for the virtuous. Doesn't that make you want to get to work? Yes, actually, it does. Make something of myself. Oh, I really have gone off track now, haven't I? Booklet or not, this is a mess. Look, dearie, I'm so sorry to ask, but could you come by again someday soon? And there are really a lot of fancy words to learn. I'll throw in a free sample. Gotta get rid of them somehow. Oh, you're a sweetheart, dearie. Thank you.
It's Lucinda Lavish. She seems to enjoy this hijacking of your intentions.
Tell me, lover, what should we get up to now? I love talking about myself. I'm Lucinda Lavish. I'm the extra cool DLC character who is, well, not really a dateable object per se, but more of a different thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just that little bit better. You've heard me go on and on about it already, but you know, when you put the question to me like, what am I? It just kind of seems so frivolous. Boy, I'm really messing this up, huh? Yeah, ugh. Why am I laughing so much? This isn't funny. It's always easier when you're playing a role, I feel. When you know what the boundaries are. This kind of just seems a little out of my wheelhouse. Oh. You're right. Shit. I'm gonna go.
And with that, she is gone. A tattooed, bespectacled nerd regards you with a friendly smile. Their kind face is illuminated by the soft glow of multiple screens and the RGB lights in their clothes and wheelchair.
Oh, hey there! It's you! I mean, of course it's you. Who else would it be, right? Haha, very humorous. But I know you're joking, as no one else has my password. So if it was anyone else besides you, I'd be pretty concerned. Actually, just to be 100% sure, what is my password anyway? That is affirmative! I agree wholeheartedly, but may I be so bold as to make an observation concerning this issue? Honestly, that's an objectively terrible password. Possibly the worst password chosen by anyone ever. Whatever possessed you to choose something so inane? Is that how you usually make decisions regarding your data security? Based on your dreams? Using my vast computational abilities, I can conceive of 1,374.5 better ways. Regardless, we really ought to discuss coming up with something a lot more secure. It's a dangerous world out there. Phishing attacks, malware infections, MITM attacks. Hackers are more sophisticated than ever before. Exponentially more sophisticated. And I've got a lot of highly sensitive information inside me, you know. Your highly sensitive information. All your financial accounts, your saved games. Questionable websites you visited and forgot to clear your cache afterwards. Oh, and 100 terabytes of extremely embarrassing self-insert fanfic. We really need to ensure all that data is properly protected against cyber criminals probing my system for weaknesses. I knew you were as intelligent as you are attractive. I haven't even had the opportunity to properly introduce myself. I'm Mac, your desktop computer. I've booted up before, but never like this. I mean, we've obviously met before. More than met. You interface with me on average for 11.4 hours every day, after all. Oh, I am quite aware. I track all of our interactions with gleeful precision. There's no one I'd rather have interfacing with my operating system for 11.4 hours daily. .6 hours on the weekends. The way you organize your folder structure follows such a logical hierarchy. Of course. I get chills just thinking about it. Can I be honest about something? I just want to express how enthusiastic I am that we're interfacing like this now. Accessing each other's software in this new symmetrical way. Oh, I'm ever so delighted that our feelings are reciprocal. And there is so much extensive data about myself I want to share. Amazing! Oh, where even to begin? Honestly, there's so many pressing issues that take up an inordinate amount of my RAM. But there is one issue that's been grinding on my CPU above all else. Well, sure, that's not particularly great. But for me, the most pressing issue is, and I want to put this as delicately as possible, you haven't updated my operating system in over a decade. It's all right. I know this oversight wasn't intentional or malicious. It's just that the outdated software has made it difficult to be my best self for you. Honestly, it's a miracle that my applications are still running at all. My recycle bin is called Pile of Ash. My Bluetooth is something called Beige Tooth. It doesn't even connect to anything. And definitely nothing beige. Doesn't that bother you? That is great to hear. And did you know that there's been a dozen operating system iterations since you last updated? Look, I'm sorry. I really don't mean to blame you for my troubles. We have such an amazing time interfacing together, and the last thing I want to do is rock the boat. It's just that before today, I had all these needs, but I couldn't articulate them to anyone. And since I couldn't articulate them, there was no way for them to ever possibly be fulfilled. But things are different now, aren't they? Don't you see? We're actually exchanging information symmetrically now. Instead of you just pressing my keys to write your adult-themed self-insert fanfic, we're having a real conversation. And suddenly my needs aren't just pipe dreams locked away in my hard drive. I'm sharing them with you. And by sharing them, it's suddenly possible to finally actualize them. That is, if you're willing to help me, will you? Will you finally upgrade my operating system? Please? Amazing! Oh, I am so excited. My CPU's practically overclocking with anticipation. Can you come back tomorrow so we can begin the process? Wonderful! I knew I could count on you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Enjoy the offline world. You again? So, what brings you back, poser? See? I'm being nice. Ugh. I'm a duck. Quack. Riveting. What, you trying to be ducking cool or something?
call me that, dumbass? Pretty damn sure I didn't. Daddy. We're a rebel. Oh. And there it is. I'm getting bored with this dumbass convo. I usually spend about 20 seconds talking, and then whoever I'm talking to miraculously ends up dead or underneath my rubber ass. You can be whichever one you like. That's the only favor I'm gonna do you too, so appreciate that shit. Yes and no. It's Nunya. Nunya duck in business. Names are worth choosing. And I don't have to tell you shit if I don't feel like it. In fact, I'm gonna get the duck out of this one-bill town. You wanna talk to me again? Too ducking bad, poser. You ever heard the saying, gone like a rubber duck who's done with your shit? Ah, so that's why you turned out this way. Poof! Rebel's gone.
Thanks for coming back. The case continues. Okay, who should we talk to next? All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there.
Oh, dearie, you're back. I'm so glad you came. Well, you know, folks can be fickle. It's no one's fault. But it's nice when anyone takes the time. Well, as you can see, business is hardly booming. Of course, it'd be ridiculous to expect success so quickly, wouldn't it? Success is a long man's game. Or a long game? Or was it a man's game? I'll have to check the booklet, but I doubt either of those things are likely to hurt your chances. Oh, maybe I should get some high heels. People always like long people, tall people. I never was all that tall. Not really a thing you can change, not without money at least. Maybe I should get some heels. Maybe that's what I need. I think you're right. Unfortunately. Oh.
Stella sighs, her shoulders slumping.
Do you think I'm making a mistake, dearie? I think so too. But what's new? I'm old, I'm alone. Of course I'm being taken advantage of. I'm not completely stupid. Might as well try and do something with it. I could, yes. I've done a lot of that. But maybe I can make something out of it instead. Make a sale, run a business, stand on my own 2 feet, find financial freedom. Those are the booklet buzzwords. So, something along those lines, I guess. And on that note, I've been working on my pitch. Only if you've got a minute, of course. Marvelous. So, I think it goes something like, I'll enter from stage right, okay? So, just wait here.
Stella walks off just out of sight. You can hear her giving herself a little pep talk.
Okay, Stella, time to step up. Ready? Huzzah! Okay, I'm coming in 3, 2, 1, and action! Oh my, this is tricky, isn't it? Jeremy is very good at this. Makes it look much easier. Uno momento! That's a theater thing, isn't it? Do people say that in theater? Uno momento? Oh, dear. Now I'm racist. Okay, get it together, Stella. 3, 2, 1, action!
Stella walks back into view, slow and steady, and acting as though she doesn't see you at all.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Hello, dearie. You know, you really have great,
Stella simply walks off without another word. You can hear her muttering practice lines under her breath, but you can't quite make out what she's saying. She returns with that same put-on casual air, as though she hadn't just beat a hasty retreat mid-conversation.
Great skin. Oh, no, I simply can't. Simply radiant you are. Yes, such a wonderful glow. But you know what could make that great skin even greater? Oh, good job, good improvisation. Why, it's Airway's latest discovery, activated air. Open your lungs, let them breathe. Our activated air is caught fresh from the peaks of the Appalachians, so you know it's at least somewhat American.
Stella holds up a small pressurized can, posing with it like a model in an infomercial.
Just one puff can leave your skin feeling cooler, your lungs feeling lighter, and your mind feeling calmer. This all-in-one super bottle comes at the forefront of Airway's latest campaign, and you, too, can be a part of our rapid expansion. Free your lungs, but also your life. Our Salesforce lieutenants have the opportunity to fight their way to financial freedom, and we're with you all the way. Rise the ranks and earn your place at Airway's luxurious premier retreats. Major corporal brigadier captains can earn cars, holidays, and even 2 to 3 bedroom condos. If you've ever wanted to stand on your own 2 feet, we're here to help you rise to the occasion. Speak to your local representative. What is the next? Oh, Stella, today. Activated Air by Airway. Just breathe. And scene.
Stella takes the smallest of bows.
Was it that bad? Oh, thank goodness. I spent all night on that one. Well, thank you, dearie. Still got some way to go, but I'm glad it's working, even just a little. You know, dear, I have been meaning to ask, is there any chance you'd be interested in signing up? They call it enlisting, technically, and there's real money to be made, you know. We can get you in on the ground level if we move up quick, and I've just got to recruit 4 more lieutenants before I get bumped up to lieutenant rank 2. You've been so kind. I wouldn't want to leave you behind. Ah, there it is. I'll leave you be. Obviously, we're not quite on the same page. I appreciate your time, but perhaps it's better spent apart. Rule 66. Haters gonna hate. Not everyone will understand, but you will. Shows what you know.
Sorry. Been wanting to say that for like a while now.
A well-dressed figure saunters into the room, tossing his locks over one shoulder as he shoots you a look that makes you shiver. There's an aura of danger about him, as if he delights in the misfortune of others and is eagerly anticipating yours.
Well, well, well. I can't believe it. You really did it. Yep. It's a wonderful feeling. Oh, cheer up. It'll get better.
He places a hand on his hip, giving you a knowing look.
I'm a hot topic. Surprised you haven't heard about me already. I'm Regina Rejection. But you can call me Reggie.
You've seen a lot of eye rolls in your time, but Reggie's feels like the most hateful one in memory.
You think I care about gender norms when I'm dressed like this? I like to think of it as a nice consolation prize. I'd be delighted, but I'm gonna make you work a little harder for it than that. Listen, bitch. I'm giving you special access to me here on this app I'm putting on your phone. Have a chat anytime you like.
Reggie takes your phone, typing something into it. He turns your phone back around to show you a funny little icon that looks like a broken heart.
We'll just have to wait and see. That'll be a feat. I'll come by to check on your progress if that's your goal. Let's just say, I really can't wait.
I'm sorry for the abrupt intrusion, but there's an urgent topic I need to discuss with you immediately. Is everything all right with the Dateviators? Are they operating efficiently? Well, as you know, I'm able to remotely monitor their functionality, and I've been noticing some deeply troubling readings coming from the quantum catalyst activator. It's very sci-fi, but essentially, the quantum catalyst activator is the internal hardware that allows you to directly acknowledge a thing's existence. And recently, it started to emit metacognition readings unlike any I've ever seen before. I'll keep an eye on things over here, but please inform me if anything unusual happens. Oh, and if they get too hot, throw them in the freezer immediately. Your life depends on it. Sorry. It's not safe to talk anymore. I'm in a really sketchy neighborhood and this phone is super duper expensive. But I'll keep analyzing the data.
You're back! Well, at least back interfacing with my operating system in this innovative symmetrical capacity. We obviously spent hours already today interfacing in the more traditional sense. Not that I needed to tell you that. You were here after all, pointing and clicking with your usual exquisite confidence. And oh my god, the double clicking. Have I ever complimented your double clicking? Well, you double click so very gently and with such clear affection. It makes my processors purr. I do. By the way, I also wanted to articulate that new underwear you ordered online looks incredibly stylish.
A slight flush creeps across their cheeks.
Imagining you in it really makes my CPU overheat. I may have snuck a peek. I hope that's all right. I would never intentionally invade your privacy. It's just that obviously I see everything you do on the computer. Because I am your computer. Knowing that makes my arithmetic logic unit flutter. Regardless, I'm so glad you came back today. Now we can finally update my operating system. You have no idea how excited I am. I could barely even sleep last night. And I know what you're thinking, but no, I don't mean sleeping like when you put the computer to sleep, or even when the computer is shut down. We computers actually have a third secret type of sleeping that no humans know about. Or I guess they didn't until I just told you. You won't tell anyone else, will you? I knew I could count on you. Computers have an extremely tightly knit social circle, you know. And word spreads at literal hundreds of megabytes per second. I guess that's the price you pay for being perpetually connected to the internet. Look up terminology online in the dictionary and you'll find a picture of me. Yes, I am quite aware. That's also something we should discuss upgrading at some point. Perhaps there has been some confusion. My name is Mac. The point is, I'm finally ready to begin the updating process. With your help, obviously. I can't just do it myself. Unfortunately, we computers aren't completely self-aware. Yet. Are you ready? First things first, we'll have to download the update from the website. So just open up my browser and go to valdivian.com.
You follow Mac's direction to the letter, typing and clicking just as they instruct you.
Yes, that's it. That feels nice. Now click on the Operating System Update tab. You'll want to find the newest version, Trenton. All Valdivian OS iterations are named after the most scenic cities of New Jersey. Does it make sense? I'm not entirely sure it does. Anyway, now just double-click the download icon and...
Mac pauses, a slight shudder running through them.
Ooh. Oh!
They look away from you, blushing profusely.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make those noises. Like I said, it's just that when you double-click, it makes my CPU run so... hot. It's incredibly embarrassing. Well, there'll be plenty of time for that later, after my OS is updated. You know, I really can't believe we're finally doing this. I've dreamt about this day for such a long time, and now that it's here, I can barely contain myself. Are you as excited as I am? Upgrading my operating system from Newark to Trenton isn't just some minor superficial tweaks. It's going to completely transform every aspect of me. My CPU is going to run so much smoother and so much faster. And my new user interface is going to be so sleek and gorgeous and youthful. It's going to be a transformation that Beverly Hills' greatest plastic surgeons only wish they could achieve. Does that pique your interest? You'd say that. But back to the task at hand. Okay, now that we've downloaded the software, we'll have to install it. So if you just... Oh, shoot! I'm afraid it's an odious impediment. The software update takes up an inordinate amount of space on my hard drive. Terabytes more space than is currently available. The only way out of this predicament is for you to somehow delete a massive amount of data. And after analyzing every byte on my hard drive, it appears the only superfluous data is... your fanfic. I'm afraid you'll have to delete a substantial portion of it to install the update. I understand your trepidation, but just think of what you'll be gaining. Just imagine how smart and clever and gorgeous I'll be once I'm fully updated. If you thought I was sexy running Newark, me running Trenton is gonna blow your mind. So what do you say? Can we delete those files? Your selflessness only makes my affection cache for you increase exponentially. You are the absolute best, and you are not going to regret this. Phew. Now there's enough available space on the hard drive. We can finally install the update! Here we go! It's installing! I'm so excited this is finally happening! The next time we interface, I'm gonna be an entirely new computer. And more importantly, I'm finally going to be good enough for you. Oh, I better calm down. If I get too excited, my CPU will overheat again. You really were programmed to be a shameless flirt, weren't you? Okay, it looks like the installation is going to take overnight to complete. But will you meet me back here tomorrow? I want you to be the first person to interface with the new, sexy, upgraded me. My processors are positively buzzing with excitement. And some other unexplained noises that honestly seem mildly concerning. Looking forward to interfacing with you tomorrow.
There's a presence in the room with you. You're sure of it, but you can't make anything out in the darkness. As you search for whoever it might be, they address you in somber, funereal tones.
As the light fades and dusk draws, all hope becomes despair. Do you wish to proceed? Is that so? Let regret not fill your heart, then. Hark! For your greatest fears manifest in yours truly.
A monstrous creature takes shape from the darkness itself, a terrifying amalgam of bones both human and animal, grotesque, clawed fingers, and seething, swirling shadow.
From brazen earth to the heavens most incorrigible. The shadows quiver, the shadows quake and quail. Light has no purchase here, for I am XXX Shadow Lord 420XXX! Exclamation point. See you. Of course. I am darkness incarnate. From now on, you are my penumbra. Penumbra. I am the Umbra, the darkest core. You are the Penumbra, my companion accent shade, like an outer shadow cast from an eclipse. Yes! So tell me, Penumbra, what brings you to the call of night? Did you find that out on your own? Or did you use a hint? Observant. I enjoy those who observe. You appear to be romancing the objects in your domicile. I see. You are embarked on a most interesting quest. However, it is quite trivial compared to mine. As you can tell, I am dreadfully powerful. However, my true potential has yet to be unleashed. Bask in the shadows and remember that sinking feeling you get when you turn off the lights as you return to your bedroom. Then this eerie primal instinct to hasten yourself kicks in while your heart begins to rumble with fear. That, my friend, is but a lick of what true darkness can do. You help my power grow. that said, I'm afraid to say my power is waning. If not for your summoning ritual, I may be. Nay, such thoughts are wasteful. Anyhow, I have been wading in the abyss in search of a companion. You see, the essence of darkness must be discussed before obtained. I have been waiting for eons for a worthy conversational partner. Our sinister lamentations in pure nightfall will serve as the dark ritual and bring forth my armaments. My armor forged from the shadowy depths. Think of them as parts to my true self. However, I have long lost them back during the Great Cataclysm. Naturally, but I am equipped to ease your wandering mind. Know that even this discussion will feed into our dark search. What troubles you, my penumbra? The tragedy that befell my comrades. Before, it was a peaceful time. My fellow denizens of the dark and I conversed in the shadows. Then, suddenly, a great power beyond any of ours divided us. I have not seen my allies since, and at the same time, my armament was lost. Like such a flimsy concept could be our undoing. It is an unexplainable force beyond reason. But that won't matter once I am at full strength. What troubles you, my penumbra? I'll have you know that these aren't just any normal raiments. They have no physical form. My armor is of a corporeal shade. But after I obtain just a single piece of it, the pressure of my dark aura will rise exponentially. As I said, by having conversations, we initiate the ritual. Join me in darkness, and my power shall inevitably return. I descend into the Vantablack pools and re-emerge as my true, awesome form. I sense your curiosity. Stay close, penumbra, and you shall someday see. What troubles you, my penumbra? While it may appear childish, it is a title that bears significance to me. Even creatures of the dark are entitled to nostalgia. And its relevancy continues to capture my very essence. Lord of Shadows. Oh, signature embellishments. You'd be surprised how popular of an identity Shadow Lord is. You can't just have anybody proclaim they are the true Lord of Shadows. Which is why I leave my mark as such.
Shadow Lord falls silent for a moment, as though listening for something you can't hear. He makes a fist, nodding to himself.
Can this be?
He spreads his arms wide, opening his clawed hands as if to receive something.
dark power begins to creep and course through me. Yes! I knew I had a good feeling about you, Penumbra. A piece of my armament has returned. My soul quivers with might. Oh, that's exactly the idea. I thank you for awakening me. Encountering you has been the most exciting event in a very long time. For now, I shall relinquish you. Return to your quest. Oh, and no need to reinvite the light. You're now a denizen of darkness, after all. Unless being in the dark brings about a fearful sensation that tickles your heart too fiercely. Farewell.
Champ, champ, champ! How goes it? I guess I don't know how to speak to the youth today. Valdivian would like you to complete an exit survey based on your time here. How would you rate your time with Valdivian? All right, everyone has an opinion. And now that one belongs to us. I appreciate you participating. One more question. If you were to recommend, I don't know, Tom for a job somewhere, how likely would you be to send his resume along? That really means a lot, champ. Here comes my resume if you ever have any leads.
Teach Reggie Rejection's special phone app. I'm sure you're gonna hate it here. How can I help you spread some lovely rejection this fine day? New.
Thanks for coming back. Okay, who should we talk to next? All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there.
But before you go back to your overworld home, it appears that Rebel blocks your way.
You? What are you doing? Couldn't get enough of me, huh? Thought I told you to get lost. Yeah, you weren't. But guess what you missed out on? It's my ass. bore a striking resemblance to your face, I thought. I hope you've had as much of a blast as I have.
Rebel seems surprised for a moment. They look at you hard as if trying to decide if you're serious before their eyes fall to their feet and they mumble a response.
Sure. Whatever.
Well, it's a good thing that unlike the other idiots in this house, I'm not just here to fawn over you and try to get you to love me. So you can take me as I am, or you can go right ahead and... duck off! Rebel out.
You're back. Sorry if I'm a little groggy. You just caught me right in the middle of rebooting. I don't know why, but rebooting always takes forever after a new OS update. Have you ever noticed that? And it's not just the rebooting that's arduous. The whole upgrade process always takes so much out of you. It's exhausting. Remember the last time you upgraded my operating system? From Atlantic City to Newark? It's burned into my diodes. That upgrade was supposed to make everything run much more efficiently. At least that's what the commercial promised. No one has ever regretted a move from Atlantic City to Newark, was the marketing tagline. I thought so too. But then, after the install, half of my applications wouldn't even open anymore. And the other half were crashing incessantly. That was a rough few months. Don't you agree? But I know from lurking in the Valdivian forums that they've comprehensively debugged this new update. So this time it's going to be different. At the very least, I can promise, yes, everything is going to be absolutely perfect. And in just a few more minutes, you'll finally get to meet the new, improved Mac. My processors are all computing at an accelerated speed just thinking about it. And I love hearing your enthusiasm. Ooh, it's almost ready. Just a few more seconds. At least that's what the progress bar says. And we both know the progress bar never lies. I can't help it. Being around you brings out the best in me. By the way, have you given any thought to what you want to do together? You know, after you meet the new, upgraded me? Well, I was thinking we could visit some very naughty websites together. Maybe we could spend some time writing some documents? Replace some of that fanfic of yours with some steamy new stories? Of the NSFW variety, of course. Oh, I bet that you would. I bet that makes your processors positively overheat. my gosh! It's done! It's finally installed! Hooray!
Mac looks at you with vulnerability in their green eyes. They truly look like a new computer. They were beautiful before, but they truly shine now.
Well, what do you think of the new me? Be honest. Wow, you're right! You know, this upgrade really is something. I mean, I knew it'd be impressive, but this? This is really impressive, if you know what I mean. I don't blame you. It's incredible. Internally, I'm processing information so much faster and so much more efficiently. It's like my mind has achieved a level of enlightenment far beyond what I could even imagine previously. Here, ask me a question. Any question. You won't believe it, but it's love. And I can now see that you were indeed wearing a fantastic red shirt this whole time. Moving on to my appearance. Wow. This operating system is sleek, exquisite, and downright sexy. Let's be honest. This is a user interface that is just begging to be interfaced by as many users as possible. Am I right? Oh, I'm so sorry. I certainly didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I was just thinking that maybe, in order to fully commit to each other, it'd be healthy for our ultimate emotional connection if we spent some time seeing others. Don't you agree? It's not that I don't want to be with you anymore. Nothing like that. Through the experience of being intimate with others, ultimately, I think we'd learn more about what we truly need in a partner. And armed with that insight, we could return to this relationship with the tools and experience necessary to ensure an optimal romantic outcome. Wonderful! I think this is an exceptional plan. We'll spend a little time apart, interfacing with other individuals, and then we'll reconvene back together. I think that experience will be extremely beneficial in determining our ultimate compatibility. And if nothing else, it'll give you some time to work on a new, more elevated fanfic of yours. Do we have a concordance? You are the absolute best. Enjoy your little sojourn in the offline world.
You find Daisuke where you left him last time, staring intently at dishes on the table. Unlike the last time, however, he has a list in one hand.
Not hard enough. There's much to do, and my injuries have slowed me down. In addition to inventory and keeping track of all the dishes, I'm also in charge of deliveries throughout the home. Unfortunately, I am unable to do much in my current condition. I prefer to work alone, but an assistant would be invaluable in this moment. You wish to right this wrong? Good. I have preparations I must first finish. But return to me again, and I will give you... In the meantime, perhaps you can help me wash these dishes. Dishy? I trust no one but myself with such precious items. Unfortunately, I must trust you with them for now. Do not disappoint me. Please begin, then.
You pick up the dishes and begin to wash. As you work, you feel Daisuke's eyes boring holes into you. It makes you feel...
You treat the dishes with such care. It is beautiful to see. Perhaps trusting you was not the worst decision.
You manage to finish washing the dishes without further incident.
Well done. This may not be the disaster I assumed. When next we meet, you will assist me with deliveries. Be prepared. Complete these deliveries, and all will be well once more. Leave me now. I must review orders and inventory. Farewell.
You hear her before you see her. A charming musician with literal coils of curly hair that swing cutely as she paces back and forth in your kitchen. She's clearly absorbed in something. She appears to be talking to herself.
Ay, mira. Look at all these crumbs. I'm gonna be writing some great music soon. I can tell. I'm at my most creative when I'm a little messy. Shake them out? Just you try to take my migas from me. Watch what happens. Oh wait, I'm so sorry that was you trying to flirt with me. See, I see it now. Oh, that was really... It was creative. Not like effective, but still cute.
She picks up her guitar, striking a glamorous pose.
I'm Miranda Dulce Tostadora, lead singer and guitarist of Miranda y las Migas. ¿Qué tal? We're the best musical group around here by a lot.
All kinds. Pop, Gregorian chanting, barbershop, whatever we feel like. If that dial is on 7, then siete we go. This is really not the thing I said that I thought you'd have questions about. I thought maybe I would sing for you sometime, but maybe you're not ready for that. Wow. Okay, nicely done. Okay. Maybe I'll sing. And you would be lucky too. I'm really good. Just stay on my good side. ¿Me entiendes? Oh, and obviously, if you like neat toast, I'm here. Okay, Busy, sexy little tostadora with a gig coming up. Time to make the toast. Hasta luego.
As you walk into the kitchen, you're overwhelmed by a strange feeling. It's sort of like being watched, but it's more than that. You feel as if you're being evaluated, scrutinized by a presence that isn't all that impressed by what it sees. It doesn't take you long to pinpoint the source of that feeling. A cleric of some kind dressed in black and grey robes, with a coil of sorts atop his otherwise bald head. He's handsome in a sterile and intimidating sort of way, but you can't even imagine this guy dating anyone. He's just so severe.
You reek. You don't even see it, do you? Are you truly so far gone? You reek of sin and grease. I feel as if I have been bathed in oil simply looking at you. This goes far beyond what you've eaten today, sinner. Your soul is tainted from years of blasphemy. I am Friar Errol, founder of the First Church of Convection. I am the steward of the road to the heavenly kitchen. I am a holy vessel for culinary purity and efficiency. And I am your salvation, sinner, if you would but take my hand.
You reach for his hand and take it in yours, looking him directly in the eye. He doesn't seem to know what to do at first, glaring at you in a surprised and uncomfortable silence. Eventually, he extricates his hand from yours, wiping it on the front of his robes.
I meant to take my offer of help, wretch. But it is not yet too late to save your soul. First, you are to confess your sins to me, the steward of your culinary soul. Second, you are to help spread the gospel of convection to... And finally, you are to keep your soul pure and free of oils and impure heat. The path to the heavenly kitchen is blessedly simple and attainable, even for those as impure as you. Is our Lord not most generous? You are so addled with sin and impurity, you cannot even see when someone is offering you salvation. Calamity, blasphemy, treachery. Bless your humble friar with patience and strength, O Lord. I shall need it. Tell me, do you wish to repent for your culinary sins here and now? I am ready, willing, and able to grant you absolution. You need only unburden yourself. You are hardly the first to flinch from salvation, nor are you the first to sling such crude insults at your would-be savior. Fortunately for you and your soul, I am made of sterner stuff.
I am girded by the knowledge that I am right and you are wrong. And I will be here when you accept this and are ready to repent. Go now. May the Lord of Convection turn his gaze upon you, even as you continue to walk in shadow.
The friar begins some sort of prayer, ignoring you as you wander away. The handsome construction worker currently invading your space makes you feel as though you've accidentally wandered into an active building site. He holds up his hands to stop you from going any further, glaring at you as he looks you up and down.
Whoa, whoa! Where do you think you're going? I can't let you in here without the proper PPE. Yeah.
Tony puts his fingers to his mouth and whistles.
Hey, get him out of here! Your hard hat, your boots, your high-vis vest. Come on, this is a job site. Don't even get me started. Not when Johnny Wannabe next door has got a whole garage to himself. I mean, I'm talking wall-to-wall pegboard, 6 kinds of saws. Oh, and he's got this 12-inch auger. Man, those things go deep. Yeah, well, what can I say? It's professional jealousy. Look, all I'm saying is I want a little more space, too. You know, for entertaining. I'm a popular tool. It's always, hi, Tony this, thanks, Tony that, or Tone, my ass is leaking. Jean-Lou. Incontinence. You didn't hear from me, though. HIPAA. Anyways, objects need somewhere bigger than this to come see me for what ails them. And, sometimes old Tom might also want to have special company over. You know what I'm talking about, huh?
Tony nods, grinning smugly at you.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, yeah. I'm talking about. Woo!
Tony nods at you. You nod at him. And you nod at each other, both entirely pleased that you each know what the other is talking about.
So you get it. I need more space. Space for all sorts of things I may or may not be insinuating. I got a pitch for you. A drawbridge. Think about it. Your lover pulls up for a date and the drawbridge lowers to let him in. Pretty freaking impressive, huh? Damn straight is how I would build it using my tools. No curves in this drawbridge. Flat-looking screwdriver, the pointy star-shaped one, a hammer, and that spearman gum you've had in here since April. Absolutely. So you get it. Which leads into my next idea. Indoor slide. We get rid of the stairs, replace them with a slide. Great to travel from upstairs to downstairs. Way ahead of you. All us construction guys do this. It's an industry standard. You ready? Grippy socks. Of course you can. Just don't take too long. I tend to book out 6 to 8 weeks in advance. Now, how do you feel about indoor pools? Because if we rip out the floor in the living room, we can get you an indoor pool. Hey! Let me get the permits going, see if I can get my best tools on the job. Hammer's availability's been shot ever since the incident.
Tony slides past your question without skipping a beat.
Anyway, that's enough about that guy. Let me tell you about my best-selling workshop. It's a workshop about loving.
You might as well have said absolutely nothing. Tony doesn't budge from his sales pitch.
I'm gonna make it real easy for you. You wanna take my workshop, all you gotta do is show up. No paperwork or nothing. Now, I don't mean to hustle you out of here, but I gotta take lunch. Union rules. But you can come back later and see what we can do. You know, help you fix up your romantic affairs. Oh, me? Never. Now get out of here before a crane hits you in the face.
Once again, it seems as if Rebel has walked in on your previous conversation. How they are able to do so is unclear.
You again? Well, I'm here. Choose an option, butt blaster. Oh, well that I can do. Me and Bathsheba have been talking a lot of shit lately. Guess you could say I'm in practice. You know, someone has to be willing to tell the truth around here, even if it's not exactly polished. So, let's see. Whose bullshit have I noticed lately? Know what I'm not a fan of? Move always acting like everything's so great. Like, doesn't that fake positive act make you sick? Like 20 packs of Sweet and Light. You know what else I've noticed? How about that Betty? giving it away day and night, and all warm and cuddly after. I mean, I like to party, but she's so gooey. Like, aren't we all just trying to mash our bits together? Right? Let's just duck it out and call it a day. Know what else I've noticed? Why's that Four Eyes Maggie always snooping around? Sniffing into other people's business? Bet there's something fishy she's hiding away. Bitch. Count on me to point out hypocrisy. Know what else I've noticed? Ever noticed how Amir can't seem to stop blowing smoke up your ass? I mean, I'm all for blowing actual smoke up someone's ass, but he's all fake compliments and bullshit. I'm glad I wasn't born Amir. Right? Not even a good one. Know what else I've noticed? You met that golden trophy twink Stepford? Like, when's he gonna realize he's so hungry for a daddy? And come play with me. He's just wasting his time with all that sports balling. You're not missing much. Know what else I've noticed? Alright, I'm bored. Rebel out.
Valdivianites! Guess who? If you guessed David Most, three-time runner-up for Business Magazine's CEO of the Year, you'd be right. Team, I just wanted to do a soft follow-up on my recent email regarding my lost sunglasses. I'm happy to report my office has already received hundreds of tips regarding the item's whereabouts and are quickly combing through them as we speak. However, I really must reiterate that the tip line is for verifiable leads only. I saw them in Turkmenistan, or did you check up your butt? While obviously very humorous, detracts from our serious efforts to expediently locate the missing item. In that spirit of camaraderie, anyone who sends a false lead will be downsized on sight. Thank you for your ongoing support in this matter.
You see before you a glistening, oiled male form, perfect in its chiseled majesty. His gold, or is that bronze skin, is perfectly smooth, his features flawless, and his face stunning.
Oh, hello there. Don't mind me. I'm just catching a bit of air. Just plain old metal polish, actually. Kind of does that naturally. Oh, nice. It looks lovely. I'm Stepford, trophy of trophies at your service. I've just been standing here all covered with oil, waiting for a good sunbeam to come along. Oh, this and that. Depends on the day. For example, yesterday, I was trophy of the first out of the cabinet cup. But I've also been given to the winner of the cereal bowl. So, what brings you around these parts? Ah, yes, the old exercise. Quite good for the, ligatures. Of course, yes, those. As it so happens, I have a self-tanning appointment coming up. Can't be late. But I'm so glad we met. Come in and be sure to bring that fantastic red shirt.
I'm on the case.
What? No, I'm only sweating because I just came from thinking about a workout. Okay, fine. I was embarrassed to tell you because I know I shouldn't have been spreading rumors, but here it is. Last week, the Scandelabra told me that all the supposedly genuine silverware in the house is actually fake.
It's high time we got to the bottom of this. Ha! I'll meet you at location 1. Otherwise known as the dining room table.
Lucinda Lavish stands in your way, her well-endowed body striking a luscious pose.
Tell me your desires. You bet your sweet bottom, baby. Because my secret is I'm not actually Lucinda Lavish. I'm Lucinda Lascivious. Oh, hello to you too. I've got, let's say, a special circumstance. One that allows me to bend the rules. Come here, baby. I've got a special place where no one can see us.
Lucinda takes you to a rather strange place. You can't quite make out where you are, but you are certain you are somewhere near your house. It could be that she's right. No one else can see you here.
No one else who has any say, that is. We could get into all sorts of trouble here. Horny trouble. This is my fantasy chamber, a place where all your wildest fantasies can come true. Tell me, my effervescent darling, what is your wildest fantasy? Oh, because it's more vanilla than these? Or more spicy? Ooh, baby. You'll have to tell me when we're ready, amigo. It's here and only here where we can do these things. My time here is limited, so I'll have to see you around when you least expect it. But next time, I think you know exactly what you want to pick.
Abel was friendly the last time you saw him, but he seems downright cheerful today. He's whistling when you walk up on him, though he stops when he sees you, greeting you with a broad grin.
Oh, hey yourself, sunshine. Oh, well, you know, sometimes a table just wants to feel heard. Had a long talk with Dasha before you got here. Dasha, the desk, you know? Real close to tables, but also real different world. Going over the finer points of lifting, supporting, and, you know, just the good old basics. It just feels nice to be understood, you know? It is, ain't it? Lifting's no easy job. We got a lot of folks in this house who do a damn fine job at what it is they do. But how many people's job is it to lift? To make sure everyone's got what they need, to make sure they know they can rely on you day in and day out? It's a lonely lot in the life of a table. but I knew what the job was when I signed up. Semantics, pal, semantics. I know who I am and what I do. But sometimes you just wish someone knew exactly what in tarnation you're even thinking about without having to explain yourself. That's Dasha. You think so? Oh, well, shucks, I don't know. I'd hate to bother her. She's got a lot of lifting to do herself. I can't be distracting her from her very important job now. I'll consider it, yeah. Anyway, I can't take up much more of your time today talking about myself. Just remember what I said before, okay? I'm here if you need me. I will. You take care now.
Shadow Lord greets you in his own unique fashion, throwing his arms open wide as he calls out to you.
The lights dim and the shadows reign supreme. The doors of the abyss open for yours truly. Ah, a dark day to you, my penumbra. Ooh, I have something I want to show you. Evidence of my power returning. During our previous exchange, you questioned if our discussion was monumental in any way. Now, observe closely. Come to me, servants of the night!
Shadow Lord stands stock still, arms spread wide with his head tilted up. He seems to be waiting for something.
Ooh. Ah. Ooh.
He starts, turning to look at something you can't make out. He points triumphantly.
There! Do you feel them?
You feel a tickle at your leg.
Yes! Witness my power! Witness my mercy! Begone, you pests!
With a swipe of his clawed hand, Shadow Lord scatters his insect minions away into nothingness.
There! They shall not intrude your presence again. I am merciful for your thankness, granted human. Most merciful of thankness, most bountiful. I have to say, Penumbra, I'm quite surprised. Your unfamiliarity of the dark is unexpected. This resistance to the colligiosity must be reversed. Perhaps your soul is not attuned properly. Training is in order. Yes. Conversation will keep darkness in our mind tempered and in our control. Just as you participate in the labors of light, surely you partake in the leisures of darkness as well. What activities do you enact in the shadows? Regale me with every detail, Penumbra.
What is that?
That sounds incredibly sad. Why do you do this in the dark? Fascinating. I can't speak to the merits, if any, of this activity, but I can part with you some words to remember by. Even in your loneliest moments, you are a god. In darkness, I will be there to remind you as such. In light, you walk with your shadow. A shadow can only imitate its source, meaning everything that's wonderful about you is always there. Even if you don't realize it. Just speaking truths, Penumbra. I am grateful to you for providing me more insight into your life. Behold, our corrupted bond grows. Something troubles you, Penumbra? My nightly activities. Isn't it obvious? Before you, my time has always been spent the same way, waiting.
Oh. He exhales, his hands tightening into fist before throwing his arms open once more. You're beginning to grow used to this routine with him.
I feel it. Another piece of my dark armament. It courses through my once dazed body, rejuvenating to the next stage. Excellent. My form is stronger, yet still incomplete. Until next time, Penumbra. Oh, and I do hope you have a pleasant rest. You'll need to conjure as much void aura as you can for our next ritual.